So guys, I would like to show you my Frostnova build. I will call it Frostnova from now on. I will try to showcase everything from skills to gear, passive tree, and of course every endgame activity from maps to tier 15 to tier 18, plus Delirious and Xesht, Arbiter, +4, so everything. Hello guys, welcome back on my channel. Before we start, I would like to ask you to hit the like button. It's completely free and it helps a lot for me. And please subscribe. 95% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. So guys, hit the buttons if you want me to make more videos like this in the future. So let's start with the main mechanic. We're using Ice Nova, of course. And we have two custom critical. One for Frostbolt and one for Comet. And you can cast Ice Nova on the Frostbolt when the COC procs. A lot of Frostbolt flying around and you can cast your Ice Nova on them, and it's pretty cool because you can cover the whole map now and you don't need to be in close range. So it's pretty cool. But let's see the skills. So Ice Nova. Magnified effect, arcane tempo, lightning penetration. The only things changed here is spell cascade. Because now, with the Frostbolt, you want to cover a lot of space. And it works pretty well, but you need to be around at least 60 or 50 DPS. Because this takes a lot if you put it in. So when you are only at 30 or 40k, I don't think the spell cascade would be a great idea. And of course we have inspiration for lower the mana cost. Custom critical with Frostbolt. I'm using a level 12 Frostbolt here because I want lower mana cost. And if you're using a higher level one, it's too much mana. So I think this is perfect. I'm using the double plus energy gems because you want to proc this a lot. And I have acceleration for projectile speed and scatter shot. Second custom critical with Comet, Spell Echo, and all the damage gems that I found. Archmage, Lightning Mastery, Clarity, Blink. We are using Conductivity, of course. And Eye of Winter for bosses. It's the same strat like before. Same gems. And Blasphemy is for +4, but that's later topic. This is for the skills. Let's see my gear. So if you haven't seen my video where I corrupted all of my gear, please go and watch it. It was funny. I basically messed up all my gear, and sadly I don't have the bank to recreate it, so I could get few things back, but there is a big problem here because I need to use resist runes. Because if I'm not, my resists are off, so I will try to farm and get better gear. But for now, this is my wand. Everything in the gear is about mana, cost speed, and spirit, of course. You need a 350 spirit for this build. Everything is resist, cast speed, mana. And on the gloves you have mana per enemy kill is pretty good. And the second hand is for the Sigil of Power. And you need Maelstrom. Onto the passive tree. So the base tree doesn't really change. Only this part. I think I took out these nodes and put it here. We need a little bit of more projectile speed to have the Frostbolt okayish speed. So yeah, basically we still try to stack int for more mana. And of course damage. Using Mind Over Matter, Eldritch Battery, Etherflow, Arcane Intensity with the Metamorphosis. I have poor power on my neck. So onto the jewels. I still have the Lost Diamond. And the other diamond with 60%. And this is important, try to get some recover 2% mana on kill jewels with area of effect. This gives you a lot of mana back. I think I have 3 on the build. And I'm using Royal. I don't use Deep Trance anymore. Don't really need the cost reduction. This gives me more area of effect. And we need to use 2 spirit jewels. Here is one and here is another one. To have my spirit at 350. I will put everything into the planner. Of course, we have the +3 to Ice Nova. So basically we have 40% crit chance with a 5.7 radius, but this is with spell cascade. Hit damage. And yeah, for the second hand, the guys who still don't understand, so on your second hand you have the conductivity and you use the Sigil of Power. And you want your conductivity to last more and be stronger, so I'm using increased skill effect duration on the second hand. You can change here on every skill what weapon want you use this skill. And increase curve duration and effect. The same. So these are the green ones for the big stuff in my second hand. And the spells here that are red, those are for the weapon set 1, which is the main hand, the damaging hand. And that's it. It's really not that hard, and the ascendancy is the same. Don't really use temporary rift anymore, but the time frames is handy. And of course now and again it's pretty cool if you can blink a lot more because of this and cost speed. So let's see a few mapping. This is a tier 17 map. You will see it later when I press tab. And these are now really... I mean, this was really easy before for me, but now you have a pretty big range on the spell. As you can see, when you cast it on your Frostbolt, everything is covered with Ice Nova. And of course, when there are rare monsters, your combat procs as well, so there's a lot of damage here. And it makes pretty easy. You are just running aggressively. Of course, the arch nemesis is the mana drain aura mobs. They can kill you, and of course you can, if you take head on for like 50 bowmen with a rare and all of them shoot you in the face because you blinked into them, then you can die, of course. But you have a little bit of game sense, and if you play this build for a while now, then this shouldn't be a problem. So this is for a simple tier 17. So let's see it on a hard map. This is a tier 18 beat Delirious. You have a bunch of rare monster here, and the plus 63% resist is a lot, especially when you are Delirious. So this is a hard map, and our gear is not top notch or anything. It's pretty scuffed actually. You can't just run into everything at full speed like in the tier 17 map. You need to be a little bit careful here, because they have really high damage and a lot of defense, of course. And the other big thing here is, because of your ice noise completely covering the whole screen, a lot of times I don't see the ice ground effects or lighting ground effects, and I died a few times because of this. Because too much projectiles on the ground and they are really not visible actually, so be careful with that. And the other thing, because you need to hit the mirror with your face to spawn the delirium monsters. That's annoying because you don't want to be near to them, but okay. And with the monsters that's spawning with the corruption, they are untargetable until they are fully spawned. And when they are spawned, they attack you immediately, so they are pretty annoying actually. So these are the other two things you should be careful. And there are a lot of really hard rare monsters with a bunch of modifiers. Then you can simply put your conductivity down, and with the minus 50 lighting res, it's pretty easy to kill them. And for safety you still have your temporary rift, and you can time freeze, or you have to blink, and of course you have your maelstrom. But I wouldn't farm these maps actually. If you have better gear than me, then do it, but for me it's unnecessary. If you just run the simple tier 60, 17, 18 without delirium, it's so much faster, and I'm fighting a lot of divine orbs in a day when I'm running maps, and I always running towards the citadels because the citadel fragments are really expensive and you can sell them. So that's the way I'm making money, and of course I usually check every item on the ground. So this is unnecessary, I just wanted to show you that it's capable doing that. With better gear it would be like so much faster, but for now it looks like this. On map bosses, the only thing you need to do is disable your Frostbolt custom critica, you don't need that for a boss. And then put down your Sigil of Power and Conductivity, and use Eye of Winter. The bosses die in a few seconds. But, little bit of explanation here. When you are using Mind Over Matter with any proc skill, when you hit a boss and you summon like 50 meteor in a second, then your mana will go to 0. So your hand is on the Maelstrom to get your mana back. And if the boss has any aura, damage or anything, you can die, because you will go in 0 mana in 1 sec. So pay attention with every boss. It's not a problem because they die at 1 second, but this is how it works. This is how mind over matter and proc skills all work. And here, for example, this is a Citadel Boss. So you can see he dies pretty fast. And if you don't trust yourself, then just put second wind into your time freeze. That means you have 2 time freeze. So every Citadel Boss is 2 phase. So you can be at full save zone because you can stop the time and you can kill it in few seconds. Let's see the pinnacle fights. So Xesht, the before part is pretty easy, just let your crossbows flying and kill everything. And for Xesht, just put your increase energy super gem into the custom critical with the comet. And of course disable your frostbolt custom critical. And if you don't have this much of a build, then put your second wind into time freeze again if you scared. And that's all. And if you want more damage or want to make 100% sure, then just take these, I said take these nodes out, because you don't need this for boss fights, and put it here for extra damage, and it recovers mana as well, so it's pretty cool. So you can use this against any boss, let it be map or Citadel or Pinnacle. This can help you. With the Arbiter is the same. Do these changes for every boss that I just told you. And here there is a little bit trick here, because the boss I think have a super armor or something when this fire thing go out. So just wait that attack, and when he moves, so when it stops the fire and moves, then you can time freeze and kill it in a few seconds. If you try to do damage when he is doing the fire thingy, then you will only do like 20 mil damage on it. So don't do that. Let's talk about Sim plus 4. It's doable, even with this scuffed gear, but I think it would be better if you have 6k mana at least. Of course, the more is the better. And you need to make a few changes for this. So first, you don't want spell cascade. You want your spell cascade on the comet. And use electrocute because you want to stun them. And I don't use frostbolt here. Use blasphemy with temporal chain. This is pretty handy. You slow them a lot. And on the tree, you want these 4 nodes. And if you have more cast speed, you can actually take this and go with more slow, but I did it just now with cast speed, so you can do this with 2. And you need the double curse, of course. Every wave you put down your sigil of power and conductivity, and you have the temporal chain on you in an aura, so you use double curse. And if you have a little time window, just try to put down your conductivity again, because the round longer than your spell time. And of course, when the bosses are spawning, just use time freeze. But with a little bit of better gear, this would look much better, but it's still doable. Use your blinks, your temporary. The most annoying part is the little range minions. A lot of times they are out of range and you can see the little lighting they attack, so they are pretty annoying, but I will upload a full sim run soon. I just want to get back a little bit of my gear for like 6k, and I will upload a full sim run and try to explain everything in every wave. So the other pinnacle encounter for the ritual, I don't have the materials for it, but it's pretty simple. It's a 2-phase boss. You can put your second wind into time freeze and do it that way, or when you do the first phase, then just exit, come back, and you will be into the second phase and you have your cooldowns. Doesn't matter, pretty easy. And I never see the expedition boss so far, so as you can see, I have 0 point on it. I actually did a lot of expedition and I did like 10 logbook at level 80 and I never got the boss yet, so that's for another time. But I think this is it. If you are still here, I want to thank you for watching this video. Please tell me your opinion, or if you find something that works pretty well with this. And I would like to ask you to subscribe and like the video, and of course the little bell. If you hit it, then you will see the new videos, because I get a lot of comments in like 1 month or more than 1 month old videos, and there was like patches and a lot of things changed and they can't find my new videos, so hit everything, and thank you guys. Bye bye.